Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I want to introduce you to the work for week number 5 of the remote learning plan for Addison Community Schools. My name is Mr. Ingalls, of course, and I do teach the civics, the history 7, the economics, and also the English 10 classes for this time, and I will be giving you an overview of those classes for week number 5. It's actually pretty incredible that we're now to week 5 of the independent learning time. I can't say that I'm getting used to this because this is a very strange way to teach classes, and right now actually I'm videotaping in my living room with my daughters. They've just gotten up from their nap in the afternoon, and they're trying to be very quiet for me, so if you hear them, I know Grace is munching on a banana right now, and if you hear her munching, well, that's the reason for it. Emma's over here reading her book and flipping pages, and so if you hear a page flip here and there, it's just because she's doing such a great job of reading. So these are kind of odd circumstances. I'm hoping things will get better. I know we have been meeting online in Zoom session about having some backup plans, some type of plans for the fall, for what that might look like if we're not back in a traditional classroom situation. It's pretty wild. I know we've been getting some communication from Dean Transportation, our bus company, and they've been talking about how they would run students under social distancing situations, and one of the ideas, which I don't know how workable it is, but it's to limit the number of students on a bus to 6, and what they would do is go out and pick up 6 kids, bring them to school, go back out, pick up 6 more, and keep doing that until all the kids are in. And I can't imagine how much effort and time that would take, but these are actually some serious scenarios that at least that particular bus company is kind of looking at. And we've been trying to think outside of our normal thought processes in terms of what classrooms would look like, and so it's kind of an odd situation, but we keep trying, and we'll always keep trying. There just is no, you can't stop learning. You have to keep thinking, and I guess that's the biggest thing that I would say. We're also working on the graduation ceremony, the car-based graduation ceremony, which is scheduled for May the 31st, and so I'm working on a great deal of cabling to try to get wired connections into the school so that we'd have a microphone outside for when the kids are coming up, and we're kind of working on that, and I think with some success, and we'll have something rigged up for that. Certainly will not be a traditional ceremony, but certainly will be memorable for those people involved with it. So that some things to look forward to, and then of course we in terms of the independent learning process, we scheduled 6 weeks, and that will end at the end of May. We have this week, the one that this video connects to, and then also the final week, and those are the last 2 weeks for this, and then we will close up shop, send in grades, and head off into the summer, a summer of some thought, some concern, some worry, looking towards next year, but I think summer will be good for everybody to have some nice warm temperatures to be able to go outside in. If we are going to be predominantly outside based and not inside buildings, at the very least you can have some nice time on the lake, or maybe go to a beach or something, just to hang out away from other people in some good conditions. I'm hoping travel will be a little bit more open. It would be nice to be able to take a nice car trip this summer with my family, even if it's up to the Upper Peninsula or Pictured Rocks. Munising would be really great. We'll just have to see about that. And my daughter is sort of peeking in right here. Do you want to say hi to everybody here? Come on over, have a seat. No, she doesn't want to. Finally, she gets shy here. Here she comes. And this is Grace, my daughter, and she is going to say hi.
Hi.
Okay, and now say bye, because I have to get back into the school stuff. So yeah, for the classes themselves, we have, of course, the English 10 class is continuing to read The Red Badge of Courage, and we're moving towards the end of this book. Actually, we will be very close to the end as of the end of this week, and so we are again using the SparkNotes situation, the SparkNotes webpage for the full text, for quizzes, for the reading. The actual book itself is there, and then of course, as I've been giving you the links for the audio as well, you're listening to the book as we go, and then some stuff. Emma, of course, doesn't want to be left out, so she's coming here to say hello to everybody, and she's got her big Michigan shirt on here, which looks great. Hi, Emma.
Hello.
Okay, now I'm going to say bye. Okay, so, and of course, if you've been joining our Zoom sessions over the time off here, you know that Grace and Emma have been gracing us with their presence fairly regularly. I do want to note something about the Zoom sessions this week. I will not be hosting the Monday nor the Thursday Zoom sessions next week because of professional development. I've been working on some webinars and some online classes and things, and so I will have some conflicting meetings, so I will be canceling those Zoom sessions for next week. So my apologies to anybody who is going to check in with us, and I'll give you an update then for the final week on the Zoom sessions as well. You can always give me contact me, and we'll get that in there, and so that's pretty good. So in terms of, again, the English, we are moving on towards there. There are some review activities within the Spark Notes as well that I have assigned, and of course within the PowerPoint I've slotted that material on a day-by-day basis throughout the week, so you don't have to do too much on any particular day. There's a project at the end if you're super enthusiastic and want to do that, and of course I have been going into the grade book to give extra credit for people who are working their way to a higher grade during this time. As for the civics class, we're getting into now individual responsibilities and things in terms of protest and in terms of other things that people will need to do as they take on the responsibility of citizenship, and so that's what we're working on as well. For the History 7 class, of course, we are continuing our look at the great ancient civilizations and all the things that started to cause them to fail. And so we, of course, are using the Michigan Virtual University course related to that, which you should be familiar with by now. And so that's what we're working on for that time. Be aware, of course, that Addison has been distributing food on the Mondays from 11 until 1. And so that is something that you should be availing yourself of if you're in that situation. And of course, we are, make sure that, you also potentially have free Wi-Fi through Comcast and through AT&T. Their hotspots are open for free contact. I know that's not always applicable to Addison and the environment around there where the internet connectivity is not fantastic. I know I've talked to some people who are on the satellite situation, and it can be very expensive and spotty in terms of connections. So that's what's going on. In terms of some of the things that we've been doing, my daughters, who just appeared on the screen here, had their 7th birthday party on Saturday. We had a fantastic time, although we only had one visitor from outside, trying to limit ourselves for the coronavirus time. But we had a really great time, and it was nice. And then, of course, there was Mother's Day, and we had dinner in. We ordered dinner in, and everybody had a great time with that as well. Bought my wife flowers, and I think she appreciated them. She gave me that indication. I hope you guys treated your moms in a great fashion as well as we went through the Mother's Day time period. And it's we're starting to get some interesting weather now. I know it's kind of a little, as I'm taping this on a Thursday, it's raining outside, and we've had a few thunderstorms, but it certainly is warming up as we go up into the 60s and 70s, and it'd be nice to pop some really nice days out there as May goes on. It's nice to see the green grass and the leaves on the trees, the flowers in the forests and meadows. A beautiful, beautiful time, and I hope that you're enjoying it. I know it's not a complete trade-off, not a complete positive trade-off for all the missing of friends and family and other people that you would interact with, but certainly it's better than the alternative, which is cold and snow, which we've had for a very long time, and hoping that the summer is again going to be a nice one for us. Well, at this point, I'm getting close to the end of our discussion here in terms of our classes, and I just wish you the best for week number 5 of Addison Remote Learning. Thank you.